Lemon Henry Blind Lemon Jefferson, September 24, 1893 – December 19, 1929, was an American blues and gospel singer, songwriter, and musician. He was one of the most popular blues singers of the 1920s and has been called the father of the Texas blues. In the early 1910s, Jefferson began traveling frequently to Dallas, where he met and played with folk musician Lead Belly. Jefferson was one of the earliest and most prominent figures in the blues movement that developed in the Deep Ellum section of Dallas. It is likely that he moved to Deep Ellum on a more permanent basis in 1917, where he met Aaron Thibault Walker, also known as T-Bone Walker. Jefferson taught Walker the basics of playing blues guitar in exchange for Walker's occasional services as a guide. In the early 1920s, due largely to his high-pitched voice and the originality of his guitar playing, Jefferson's performances were distinctive. Before Jefferson, few artists had recorded solo vocals and blues guitar, the earliest of whom were vocalist Sarah Martin and guitarist Sylvester Weaver, who recorded Longing for Daddy Blues, probably on October 24, 1923. The first self-accompanied solo performer of a self-composed blues song was Lee Morse, whose Mailman Blues was recorded on October 7, 1924. Jefferson's music is uninhibited and depicted the classic sounds of everyday life, from a honky-tonk to a country picnic to street corner blues to work in the booming oil fields, a reflection of his interest in mechanical objects and processes. Jefferson did what few had done before him. He became a successful solo guitarist and male vocalist in the recording world. Jefferson was brought to Chicago in December 1925 or January 1926 to record his first tracks. Atypically for him, the first two recordings from this session were gospel songs "I Want to Be Like Jesus in My Heart" and "All I Want Is That Pure Religion," and were released under the name Deacon L.J. Bates. A second recording session took place in March 1926. His first releases under his own name, Booster Blues and Dry Southern Blues, were hits. His popularity led to the release of the other two songs from that session, Got the Blues and Long Lonesome Blues, which became runaway hits. He recorded around 100 tracks between 1926 and 1929. 43 records were issued. His guitar-playing ability and impressive vocal range opened the door to a new generation of male solo blues performers, such as Furry Lewis, Charlie Patton, and Barbecue Bob.